Alright, so Blue buys a skateboard with a price of $82.50. The tax rate is 8%. How much does he pay, including tax? So what do I need to do to figure out what my total price will be? Anybody have any ideas? Anybody remember? Multiply what?
The original and the percent.
Okay, so that would be what? 0.08%, correct? Alright, so then what do we get? So what does that mean in the context of this problem? So what does that mean? That is the tax that they pay, right? So now that I know what the tax is, what do I need to do with that?
Add it to the original.
Yeah, so we're going to add it to $82.50, and we get $89.10. So that is what the skateboard will cost with the tax. Okay? Professor Berger orders flowers to be delivered to his mother. The flowers are $59.95. Not including tax. There is a 6% sales tax. What is the total cost of the flowers? So what do I need to do?
Multiply.
Yep, multiply by what?
6%.
Yep, 6%. So we're going to convert that to 0.06, right? So what do we get? Is this what you got? Some weird number, right? So it tells me to round to the nearest cent. So since this is 7 and this is a 9, the 7 would round the 9 up. So it's going to be $3.60. So that is the tax. So what do we do with the tax? Yeah, add it. So $59.95 added to $3.60 should give me $63.55. Okay. Is there another way that we could have done question 1 and 2? Anybody remember how we could have done those? So remember, tax is just an increase, right? And so we're always going to pay 100% of the item plus the tax. So I could have taken the $82.50 and I could have multiplied it by 1.08 and I would have gotten $89.10. So I could have done the same thing here. I could have taken the $59.95 and I could have multiplied it times 1.06 and I would have gotten the same result. I wouldn't have had to add the tax back or anything. I would have gotten that price. Okay? So same problem, two different ways. Alright, so number 3 says Monty takes a cab to work and pays a fare of $12.75. He tips the driver 20% and the tax rate is 8%. So how much does he spend on the trip? So both of those are a percent of increase. And it doesn't matter which one we do first. So $12.75
times 20.
yep, times 0.20. Yep, we can do it that way. Okay, so what do we get?
We get $2.55.
So $2.55. Now, this question didn't say that they wanted to pay the tip after tax or the tip before tax. It doesn't say that. So we're going to add that $12.75 to the $2.55. And what do we get? I got $15.30. Okay, so now what am I going to multiply this by? We did this one.
By 8%.
Yeah, so by 0.08.
$122.4.
Right, so we're going to round it to $1.22, right? And then we're going to add that $1.22 back to the $15.30. And what do we get?
We get $16.52.
So $16.52 is what he paid for the cab ride. Okay, is there another way we could have done this? It's a percent of increase, right? So I could have multiplied the $12.75 times 1.2, and then that would have given me the $12.75. Then I could have multiplied that times 1.08, and that would have given me the $16.52. So either method would work since it's a percent of increase. Alright, so number 4 is a little different. Number 4 says Mary Jo takes her son to get a haircut to the barber shop. The total cost of the haircut was $12.60. So that includes the tip. So now we're going to have to work backwards, right? So $12.60, that's going to equal the tip plus the 100% of the haircut. So that's going to be represented as 1.2x, because x would be what did just the haircut cost. That's it. So remember, to get x by itself, who remembers what we need to do? Well, it's already being multiplied, right? 1.2 times x. Say it again.
Divide.
Yes. So then that gives me x equals so $12.60 divided by 1.2 is $10.50. So the original price of that haircut is $10.50.
Miss Lavelle?
Yeah.
The reason my brother couldn't join because his computer wouldn't turn on.
So it's dead? Okay.
No, it's not dead. It just wouldn't turn on. He got a school computer.
Oh, well then your mom needs to contact the school and let them know there's something wrong with it, and they'll give him a new one.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. But he can sit right there next to you, though, right? And watch. Okay. All right. However you guys want to do it. All right. Number 5. So once again, what are we missing?
The tax rate?
Yeah. We're missing the tax rate. So we're going to let the tax rate be x, right? So x is the tax rate. And we're going to set that equation up. We know what the total cost is. So $19,795. We know what the original price is. What we don't know is that tax rate. So that's what we're going to let that be x. Right? So then what do I need? How do I get x by itself? How do I get x by itself? It's already being multiplied, right? So what's the opposite?
Divide.
Yeah. So I'm going to divide 18,500 into 19,795. And we're probably going to get a long number. So 19795 divided by 18500. Oh, nope. Okay, so we get x equals 1.07. Okay, so the 1 represents the original price, right? Because that is 100% of that item here. The 7% represents the tax. So 0.07 is the tax, and as a percent, it would be 7%. Okay, everybody understand that one?
Yes.
All right, so let's look at number 6. So in problem 6 and 7, find the total amount given the original price. So we have the original, and then this is the tax. So these are pretty easy, right? So we're just going to do 123.28 and then multiply. So I can either multiply by the percentage, or I can take the 123.28 and multiply it times the whole thing. Okay, so either of these methods would work.
I got 92.46.
For which one? Did you do this one or did you do this one?
I did the one to multiply.
The 0.075?
Yeah.
Okay, so I think your decimal points are in the wrong place. Times. So it should be 9. Okay, and then we're going to use that 6 and we're going to round that 4 to a 5. So $9.25 is the tax. And then what do we do with that tax?
We add it.
Yep. So 123.28 plus 9.25. What do we get?
I got 132.53.
Yep. So $132.53. All right, how are we going to do number 7?
Multiply.
Yep. So 156.67. What am I multiplying by?
6%.
Okay. You want to do it that way? Yep. Okay. Remember, I could also do 156.67 times 1.06. So either one. Okay, so if we're doing it this way, what do we get? That's right. It's a weird number, right? It looks like that. So just make it $9.40. Okay? So what do we do with that $9.40?
We add it.
Yep. So what do we get?
I got 166.07.
Yep. You are correct. All right, so moving up. All right, so this one says for problems 8 and 9, find the total amount given the original price, the tax, and the tip. So now we're going to have to multiply by two things, right? All right, so $90.35. I feel like that, Olivia, you and Hillary are the only two ever paying attention, because you're the only two that ever participate in class. Occasionally I get somebody else, but it just feels like you two are the only one. All right, so we're going to multiply by 0.035, right, times 0.20. I think if we put all this in a calculator, we don't need to, well, we have to do the first one first, because then we got to go back and add it, so that's not going to work. Now, if I was multiplying by 1.35 and 1.20, then we would get it. All right, so $90.34.
I got 3.161.
Okay, so we're going to round it to the nearest penny, so $3.16, right?
Okay.
So 90.34 plus 3.16, what do we get? $93.50. Is that what you got?
Wait, hold on. I got 93.5. Wait, 93.50.
Yep.
Yep, that's what I got.
All right, and then take that 93.50 and then multiply it by 0.20.
I got 0.187.
Let me look. So 93.5 times 0.20. Yep, so, is that right? $18.70, is that what y'all got? 93.5 times 2. Yep. So $18.70, then we got to add that back to the 93, right?
Alright.
All right, and what do we get? Yep, $112.20. So that is what that would cost. All right, now we take this one. I'm going to move it up here so we have room. So 101.33 times 0.067. So 101.33 times. Whew. Alright, so that, we're going to take the 9 and round it up, right? So that would give me $6.79. We're going to add that back to the 101.33. So 101.33 plus 6.79.
I got 108.12.
Yep, so 108, so $108.12 times 0.18. So $19.46. And then you're going to add 108.12 and 19.46. Why did that do that? 108.12 plus 19.46. So we should get what? $127.58.
That's what I got.
Awesome. All right. So then the last two says find the original price given the total price.
So we're going to work backwards?
Yep. So we know the equals, right? 128,500. That equals we don't know X, right? That's the original price, but we do know the percent. So 128,500. So what we're going to have to multiply by, though, or divide by, is the 100% minus the 5.5%. So that means we paid 94.5. So 128,500 divided by 94.5. No, that didn't work either. Hold on.
You said times?
Yeah, we may, well, hold on. So 128,500 divided by that can't be right. So 128,500 divided by, oh, I know. Oh. Alright, so what did I not do right? So it is 94.5, right? So hold on. So 100 minus 5.5 is 94.5, but that's a percent. So I need to make it a decimal. Oh. So that would make it 0.945. And so in order to get x by itself, I have to divide by that. So 128,500 divided by 0.945 gives me that weird number.
Yep.
So that can't be right, can it?
No.
Because this price is higher than the total price.
And what Miss Lavelle, what I calculated, I got wait, 12 million. I got 12 million. 12,443,250.
Right, but logically, does that make sense? If I only have 128,000,
Yeah. Well,
I can't have 1,000,000, right?
Nope.
Yeah, so that logically is not making sense. So the only other thing I can think of is, let's erase this piece here, and let's think of it this way. So we're paying 100% of the item, correct? Plus the 5%. So what if we multiplied it times 1.055, and let's see what we get that way. So if I do 128,500 divided by 1.055, yeah, that looks better, right? So we end up with 1.055, 1.055. So x equals 121,800, and I would say 95 cents because we'll round it. And logically, that now looks better, right? Because it's 121,895 cents. So logically, that's making more sense, because this has to be smaller than the total price. Okay? Alright, so then what are we doing on 11? Same thing, right? So 307.32 equals 1.2x. So then if we divide by 1.20, I should get something smaller than 307. And if I don't, that means something is not right. So when I do 307.32 divided by 1.20, I get $256.10. And that makes sense, right? Because it's smaller than the total price. All right, so hopefully everybody was taking notes. So make sure that if you took notes that you upload it into Focus, or if you completed it on Into Math or Seesaw, then it's already in the program that it needs to be in. Okay? Those of you that didn't take notes, I don't know what to tell you because we went through everything together. So this should be an easy 10 points if you were paying attention. Okay? So Talivia, make sure that you upload it into Focus or however you did it, okay?
Okay.
Alright, so on your retest, the paper that I gave you, and I said you're going to be working on it, right? So you need to complete numbers 5 and 6 on the retest. So problems 5 and 6 on that retest. And you remember which one I'm talking about, Talivia? It's the one that says 7th grade standards mastery. Hold on, I'm looking for it. It's the one that looks like that. It says 7th grade standards mastery. And we've been going over the problems as we go, right? So you should be working on um, 5 and 6.
Miss Lavelle, I got a question.
Uh-huh.
So, second quarter comes, I'm going back to school.
Uh-huh.
And, do you get the same classes that you have online or different classes?
No, you'll have to go to my 6th period class.
6th period?
Yep. So your schedule will change.
I'm gonna miss being online.
I know, if everybody in this class was coming back, then yes, you would come back to 2nd period. But unfortunately, everybody in this class is not coming back. So the only class that I have face-to-face for 7th grade standard is my 6th period class.
Okay.
Okay? Well, I'm looking for my sheet, but I don't see it. That's weird. Alright, so right now, guys, you should be working on problems 5 and 6 of the retest. So it looks like this. So it says, Standards Mastery retest, you guys have already done 1, 2, 3, and 4. And so here's 5, and then 6 is on the back. So that is what you guys should be working on. Okay? And then tomorrow we will do 7. On Wednesday we will do 8, and that test will be complete. Okay? Once again, you should be working on problems 5 and 6 of that retest. 5 and 6 of the retest.